So yesterday we like in previous video we learned about CI/CD pipelining, where we created a CI/CD pipeline where we can uh, where when we push our code to GitHub, the GitHub action performs a set of instructions which then creates the image of our application. Then it pushes that thing to Docker Hub. Right, now let's continue the process after pushing our image in Docker Hub. So what will happen, or what is the next step that we need to perform here? So whenever your image is pushed in a Docker Hub, after that when you work in startup or in a production ready environment or in company, what you usually do is that you deploy that image to the cloud, to the server that you have created, right? So we will also do the same thing. We will continue with the same project that we created in our CI/CD video. So without wasting further time, let's get started. So basically what I want you all is to make an AWS account, and where you need to just fill your credit card details or UPI details. And after that, after verification of your payment, you will be credited with this free $100 from AWS, which will be valid up to 6 months. So when you'll when your AWS account will get verified, after that I want you to come to this home screen, or when you'll log into AWS, there will be an option available over here which will be sign into console. Just click on that thing and this console will open in front of your screen. So this is nothing but the AWS console. Right, now I want you all to go to this search bar and search EC2. So this EC2 is basically stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. What it actually means that it's a virtual servers where you can host your application, right? And your application, or when you'll try to access that application, you'll basically need the URL of this server, right? Where you can give your own custom domain afterwards. That the different process, but this in short term, think it as a virtual cloud or a virtual server which is in the cloud for your applications, right? So you need to simply click on this EC2, and once you click on this EC2, this is the basic information about the EC2, what it actually is. So as I said, that it's Elastic Compute Cloud, which basically creates, manage and monitors virtual servers in the cloud, right? So I want you all to go to this launch instance option. So just simply click on launch instance, and here you can see, now here we need to create our custom server, right? So I want you all to basically name anything as per your choice. Like for example, a fast API CI/CD, I'll give this name, right? After that I want you all to choose the AMI basically means Amazon machine image. So basically choosing the operating system for your server, right? So I want you all to click on this Ubuntu. And the reason why Ubuntu is basically it has best Docker support, and like most tutorials or production setups uses Ubuntu. That's the reason. Everything will be same. You do not need to make any kind of changes. Now here you need to select the instance type. Let's select T2 micro. Okay, it is not available, so let's keep this T3 micro as it is. So T3 micro is basically means the what kind of hardware that server would have, or that machine would have. Like it would basically have this CPU, 1 gigabytes of memory and all these things, right? So basically it basically means that choosing hardware components for your server, right? So this we choose as T3. After that, the main thing is key pair login. So this is really very important. What you need to do is that you need to click on create new pair, right? Type will be RSA, name I'll give fast API, type will be RSA, and private key file format will be .pem. Basically this is your public and private key. Basically this is your key pairs that will be downloaded with the extension of .pem, right, which will be further used in order to make an SSH like SSH request to this server, like when we will make an SSH login from our terminal to this server. So at that time you will basically need this. So follow this, and after that click on this create key pair. Once it's created, it will be automatically downloaded and it will be saved in your downloads, right? So after this key pair, which will be the login for your this machine when you'll perform SSH request, right? After that, this is the network settings. Now in network settings, this is for the security groups, like which IP address you need to allow, which ports you need to choose, everything, right? So here you need to keep this as it is, allow SSH traffic from, right, which will be from our IP address, right? And this allow traffic from internet, you need to choose this as well, which will be the 80 port. 80 port is like by default a port, right? So here we chose let choose this, which is my IP address, and here allow HTTP traffic from the internet. So basically this is what you can say, like it's the port of HTTPS, which is by default 80, like when we send the request, basically. So that's the thing. And then this, and I'll click on launch instance. Once this instance is created and it's launching, let's wait for a couple of seconds, and here you can see this message is saying that a successful initiated launch of the instance. So yeah, your instance is created. Now click on this instance or instances, and here you can see the instances. Basically it's running, and yeah, so you need to basically do one thing. You need to copy this IP address, public IPv4 address, just copy it, and yeah, you do not need to do anything apart from it now. And when we will click on this refresh instance, here it the status will be initializing. Let's wait for a few minutes, and after that we need to just simply refresh it, and here the status basically will be connected, right? So now let's go to the terminal. Let's head to the terminal and let's change it to the downloads, and let's list. So here basically you can see this fast API.pem. Now what I want you all to do is that you need to change the mode of it as 400. 400 basically means that the permission of a read only will be only to the root user, and the other group of users will not have any kind of permissions. So that's the thing. Let me simply check what is the name, which is fast API P. Okay, so it's fast API dot P. So the mode is changed of a read only. Now what you want to do is that you need to connect to this cloud, right? So do one thing, type this command, that is sshi, and after that fast API.pem, right? Name of the image is Ubuntu, or operating system is Ubuntu. At the rate you need to paste the IP address that you have copied, and then do one thing, let's hit enter, and let's uh, type yes. So here basically you can see we have got an SSH access to this our image. Now here what you want to do is that here we need to install Docker in this image, right? So for that, what I want you to do is you need to do sudo apt and update. First you need to update it, and after that we will simply install Docker by using the command. Let's wait for a few seconds until it's getting all updated or updating. Okay, now let's install docker.io and one. So if you remember how we have downloaded the Docker in our previous video, you need to do same exact the thing that you have done in the previous video, right? So here we have downloaded the Docker.io. Now you need to now what we need to do is that sudo system ctl. So now here you can see the Docker has been enabled. Now what you need to do is that you need to system enable Docker, system ctl, enable Docker. So our Docker is basically enabled. Now basically let's add the user mod as a group Docker Ubuntu. So will not be able to use sudo every time. Let's click on it, and then let's exit from this machine, and let's again make an SSH request or SSH login. So here we have done the SSH login. We are inside this instance that we have created. Now let's run Docker world, and let's check whether the Docker is working or not. And here you can see the hello from Docker is basically printed. So our Docker is basically installed inside this instance. Now what we need to do is that we need to prepare EC2 for GitHub Actions and deployment. Now what we need to do is that we need to convert the PEM key that we have downloaded to the usable format, right? So do one thing, let's get exit from this machine, and let's use this command, that is cat fast api.pem, and here you can see this is the API key, or basically the public and private key. You need to simply copy it, including this. You need to copy everything till this start and till end. You need to copy it. Okay, once copied, you need to go to the GitHub Actions. So do one thing, go to the GitHub, click on repositories, and you need to click on the repository that we have created, right? This repository, and inside it click on settings and click on secrets and variables and click on actions. Right, after that you need to add new repository secret, so click on it. Give a name as SSH host, and here you need public IP address of this, so I'll copy this. So just copy this and paste it over here and click on add secret. Now after that again click on new repository secret, type SSH user and put Ubuntu and click on add secret. Again click on new repository secret and here put SSH key, and now here you need to paste this from begin till end, copy it and simply paste it. Now here we have pasted it and click on add secret. Once you have done with this, now we need to go to just a second, let's go to the fast API CI/CD. okay, so fast API CI/CD, yes, so we need to go to this, that is CD fast API CI/CD. So we are inside this folder. Now let's open VS Code and let's wait for a few minutes. Now here this file has been opened. Now you need to update this docker.yml, and you need to add another job for deployment. So this job that we have added is for building the image and pushing it to the Docker Hub. Now we need to create another job, right, which will be for deploying the image to the AWS instance that we have created, right? So for that we will write this code, which is deploy. It basically needs build. Okay, basically it means that this job is dependent on this, right? After that it runs on Ubuntu latest. So GitHub Actions provides you with latest virtual machine which runs Ubuntu, and now the steps that it will perform, right? So the first step is basically, let's give it a name as deploy to EC2. So this will deploy the image to EC2. Basically it uses this service of GitHub Action, which is Apple Boy. This is the name of the service that performs SSH action, and the version which will be version 1.0.0. After that, with the credentials that it needs. So first one is the host. So the host basically will be just a second. Here you need a $sign, yeah, and it will take from secrets dot SSH host, username will be secrets dot SSH user, which will be Ubuntu, and key will be the key that we have downloaded, right? So secrets dot ssh key. And remember one thing, that you should not share these secrets with anyone, right? I'm going to delete my instance, so no problem, though these secrets are basically visible or shared with you. It doesn't matter, because I'm going to delete the instance once the video is finished, so no problem. Now after that, you need to put this script. Now what you need to write is docker pull. You need to put username. My username is sarthak1228. This is my docker username. You can basically confirm from over here. If I click on this edit, it will not show the docker username, but when I click on docker hub and click on this, let me simply sign it with this email. And here you'll get your docker username. So here you need to put your username, and this will be fast API app, name of the image. So this is the name of the image. You need to put it as it is, and we need its latest version, right? After that, you need to put this command, which is docker stop fast API. So basically what it will do is that it will stop all the instances of fast API if they are available, and if not, this is or. It basically means first stop the fast API if it's there. If not, run the further command, so that there will be no halt in our CI/CD pipeline. That's the reason. Now run, or sorry, remove fast API if it's there, else run the further CI/CD pipeline. After that, docker run d as detached, means run in background, and here name is basically fast API. Name it as fast API, and just a minute. And after that, the ID, port ID, which will be 80 because it's HTTPS, that's the reason, which will be mapped with the local host of this container. And here you need to put the username, which is 1228, and this fast API app latest, right? After that, once it's done, you need to save this, right? Once it's saved, and remember one thing, that this code should be exact as it is, right? You do not need to make any kind of changes, else your CI/CD pipeline will not work. Now let's see whether we'll get any kind of errors, or whether our code will work smooth. So now here I'll add all. I'll put git commit, message will be deploy to AWS, and I'll click enter, and after that I'll push origin min, and let's wait. So here you can see that it's been pushed to the GitHub. Now let's open GitHub Actions. Click on this GitHub Actions and click on this deploy to AWS. We got one error. So now I think it should work. Git commit AWS, and it's git push original, and once it's pushed, let's go to here, let's click on actions, and let's click on this AWS latest. Now here you can see once it's built, it will go to deploy. You will click on build. Here you can see all this thing, how it's basically doing and all. Here you can see it's building and pushing the image to Docker. So if that thing is done, after that there will be deployment. So build is completed. Now it's basically deploying to our AWS cloud. Our setup job is done, and this action it has performed. So now it's deploying to EC2. Now once this is done, we could check by going to browser and basically clicking the link or clickable link, you can say. So let's wait for few seconds or few minutes until it's deployed. Here we got one error. So it basically ran this. Command that it was using is pull this. It basically timed out. If I again refreshed, our instance is basically running, so there might not be any problem over there, but we got this error, like we got this while deploying. Now let's check what might be the error for deployment. Our CI pipeline is correct. There is something in CD pipeline. Okay, so we have made one mistake, and that is basically we'll need to edit this instance. So you'll need to click on security, and inside the inbound rules here, over here, you need to change this source, right? You need to change this source to this. Okay, so for that you need to do one thing, that is click on this inbound rules and the security groups, and here you can see it's opened. Click on this and click on edit inbound rules, and after that you need to cross this, search for this, and then save rules. Once it's done, you need to go to instances again, and you need to refresh it. Once it's done, you need to again now again let's do this thing. Okay, so let's again go over here and let's click on git add git commit final. It says nothing to commit. Let's do this thing then. Now let's push it and let's again go to the actions and let's click on this final. As you can see that here it's building and after that it will deploy. So there is no problem in our CI pipeline. Now let's check for CD pipeline. Once the build is finished, we'll go to the deploy phase and let's click on this. Here job is basically set. It's basically doing this now. Here as you can see it's pulling FS layer and all everything. We have successfully executed the commands to all hosts and yes, there you go, we have deployed it. Now you have to do one thing. You need to go to this, put https and paste your this public IP, http:// and paste this and click enter. And let's wait whether we will be able to see the output or not. As we are not seeing anything, our app is not being visible. So what you need to do is that you need to again go to the security, and in security you need to add the port. You need to add one port that is 80 instead of 443. Let's edit inbound rules, and here this you need to delete. You need to add one rule which is HTTP, the port is 80, and this it basically means open to all network interfaces. Then save the rules and let's again go back to the instance and let's refresh it. And once it's refreshed, it takes few seconds or few minutes in order to actually load the app, which is this. Yes, there you can see it says welcome to CI/CD tutorial. So there you go, we have hosted our application on the AWS EC2, and you can see it's been showing us this message that is welcome to CI/CD tutorial. So yeah, this was all for this video. We have successfully completed CI/CD pipeline and all. We have created our instance. We have pushed the image, or we have hosted this image inside this EC2 instance that we have created. And when we click on this IP address, the message will pop on your screen that is welcome to CI/CD tutorial. You can open this same IP address on your another device and you can see this welcome to CI/CD tutorial. So yeah, so this was it from my side. Thanks for watching. Do like, share and subscribe. Till then, happy coding. Bye bye.